Hey everyone, it's Kayla here with another kit busting video. I'm still working with the September 2017 Mind Scrap kit. This is my third layout using these leftover scraps from the kit. What I've done, which I did before I started filming, I'd printed off some hearts in various sizes and used them as stencils to draw around. I'm now cutting those out. I don't have a cameo or anything, so I've got to do all this sort of thing by hand. It isn't perfect, but I'm happy with it, so that's fine. My plan for this layout is to use up quite a lot of the sequins. We got the Turn the Page sequin pack in this kit, and obviously you get a lot in them, but I'm not too fussed that there'll be lots left because you can use them on, you know, lots of different layouts anyway. But I thought I'd try and make some shakers with the sequins for this one. So yeah, so I'm still cutting those out. I do go off camera in a second and come back when it's all finished. I cut every single one of the hearts out. To be honest, this layout was a bit of a labour of love because there was lots of fiddly cutting and lots of hand stitching on this one. So what I'm going to do with some of the hearts, I'm going to back some of them with this pattern paper. It is quite a fussy paper. It's very bright, but I think it looks quite well on this one. So yeah, so I'll just attach those to the back, just like when backing a cut file, and I do that with quite a few of them, and then I leave 3 different sized hearts to make some shakers in them. I've never made shaker pocket type things before, so this is a first for me, but you know, I quite enjoyed making it actually. Like I said, it's different, it's not something I've done before, so it's nice to try something new. So I do come back and show you all the hearts filled, and the ones that I'm making into shakers will be do have the plastic in ready to make them into shakers. So now what I'm doing is I'm gonna poke around the hearts with my piercing tool, because I am going to stitch around each of the hearts. The shaker ones, obviously it's to keep the sequins in, which I'm doing here. I've shown you, I've already sewn around most of the ones that are going to be shakers. I've just come back now just to show you how I'm putting the sequins in, and then I'm going to finish sewing around the rest of the heart just to seal it up. And then I've gone around those in like a hot pink, and then the pattern paper hearts I'm going to go around with some white thread, just because I thought it was quite bright with the pink paper already, so I think it just toned it down a little bit but still finished off the edges of the hearts. I'm now going to pop the full piece up onto some foam. This does take me a while because it's quite a big piece. And then I'm going to use that as like a main element on my page. So yeah, so I've done that now. I've popped it up on foam and it's stuck down. It's now attached to the page. All the shakers are all sealed. I'm now coming in with some other bits and bobs for the page. There was this strip which was the full 12x12 in length, so I thought I'd put that just underneath the hearts, so it looks like they're all resting on something. Plus it's got some other colours in this strip, so I can bring some other colours onto the page. So now that's all stuck down. I've brought in my picture, which this is a picture of my little girl Darcy last summer. She loved those sunglasses. She wore them wherever we went, and which was quite handy because she was actually going for eye tests at the time for some proper glasses. so she wasn't scared of wearing them and things like that. So which was, you know, I think which was through the wearing these sunglasses most of the summer. In fact, she still wears these sunglasses now. You know, it can be raining, wet and miserable, and she's not bothered. She will wear her sunglasses. But getting her to try and keep her glasses on is quite tricky. But she does. She loves the sunglasses. I think it's because they're Peppa Pig. And she loves Peppa Pig. So anyway, what I've done with the photo, I've backed it in just some tissue paper in my scrap box, just to add a very subtle border around the photo. I'm now going to have a look through some of the embellishments that are left. It's getting quite tricky to try and pick things now because there isn't really much left. But because on her t-shirt in the photo she's got unicorns on it, so the paperclip, in the paperclip pack I had one of the unicorn ones left, so I've pulled that off the paperclip. I'm going to use that as an embellishment instead. Again, I've pulled out these thickers from the November kit, just because obviously they're from the Glitter Girl collection, so they work really well with this layout. And my title so far says fabulous, but I do bring in some other letters to finish the title off. So I'm just securing my photo down now, popping up some of it on foam because it is resting on top of the top piece, which is already popped up on foam. And you'll see in a moment where I bring in those thickers again, and there's quite a few words on there that I don't think I'd necessarily use. So I used the letters from the words to make up the word diva. She is very much a diva. But what I've had to do, there was a letter D, there was the letter I, and there was an A. But there was no V, so I've cut up one of the letter A's to make it into a V. So my title will read Fabulous Diva, because you know, she is a fabulous diva and she will rock those sunglasses any time of year, because that's what divas do. I think I do bring in my T-square ruler, which I was really excited to get this, but I found I've not actually used it that much. Hopefully, you know, I will start using it a lot more, because it does work really well. I think I now try and secure the unicorn, but it does get moved around because I find some other pieces that I'd like, you know, that I'd like to bring in. So I think here is where I'm having another look through what embellishments are left. Like I said, there isn't very much left now. So I think I know I've got one more layout planned, and I'm hoping to try and get at least one more layout out of this kit, and then I think the rest of it will have to go, you know, into my stash then, because there isn't really that much paper left now. But the embellishments, obviously, that are left, I'm sure I'll find a use for within other layouts. I think what I will do is pass them on to the next kit that I use. I'm not sure which one that'll be. I'm not going to go in any order at all, because I know the November kit and the October kit and the November kit are quite themed. Obviously the October kit has got quite a lot of Halloween bits and bobs in, and the November kit was very Christmassy. So I'm not sure whether I'll do those next or not, or whether I'll wait maybe till nearer, you know, that time of year again. I'm not sure. I've not really planned past you know, past this kit yet. So yeah, so we'll see where I go from there. But so far, I'm really enjoying using up an old kit, because it is a nice feeling using up things that, you know, you wouldn't necessarily reach for straight away. You know, like I said before, I tend to go straight for the new kit rather than trying to finish, you know, the older kits. So it is nice that, you know, this kit will, when I've finished, been, you know, completely used up. So yeah, so as well, like, you know, it clears a bit of room in my craft room, because I'm quite restricted for space as it is. So you know, it makes room for the newer kits, and, you know, new stash that I buy. So yeah, so what I'm doing now is I did pull out the enamel dots. I'm going to use a couple of those around the page. On the carousel thickers, I decided to use this happiness piece, which does bring in some black. So also on the carousel thickers, I had one of the black and white hearts left, so I pulled that in as well just to tie it in, which is what I'm doing here. So yeah, so the layout is now more or less, you know, nearly done. I think I just mess about a bit more with the enamel dots and deciding which ones I want where, just to try and make sure, you know, there's bits of colour in the different areas. I do decide to keep the top piece very much the pinks, just because it seemed to look quite odd just putting one bit of the, you know, the turquoise colour up there. So yeah, now I'm just making sure everything's stuck down, and the layout's it's done. So that's another one added to my albums. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back again soon.